Hey champions, Arian, Tyson, the moving motivator here. Feel free to like, comment, and share this video. Listen, I want to explain to you why it is important to have a coach or a mentor. Why it's important. Here's why. Let me give you 3 reasons why. First of all, it is important because, number 1, you don't know everything. You don't know everything. And there is someone, regardless to what you're setting out to do, there is someone that has gone before you that has blazed the trail. Now, it's going to require you having this understanding. It's going to require you to humble yourself, because we're so used and we're so conditioned to do everything by ourselves that, you know, once we get out of traditional school or formal education, we don't want to learn anything, right? But I've often heard it said that when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. And so with that, you have to realize that there is someone that has blazed the trail for you. And you have to be willing. You have to be willing to listen. You have to be willing to humble yourself. Because there can be no true honor without humility. I'm going to say that again. There can be no true honor without humility. Secondly, the reason that a coach or a mentor is important is because they have the ability to see what you cannot see. It takes a level of faith to humble yourself, to get a coach, to admit you need a coach, you need a mentor, because you don't know everything. And probably the most important reason is because when you're ready to give up, your coach or mentor will push you further than you thought you could possibly go. And here's a prime example. I was at a business seminar in June, and I saw a clip from a movie that I had never seen before, entitled Facing the Giants. There was a scene where they were on the football field and they were practicing. And so one of the drills was they had to perform a routine called the death crawl. Now, the significance of the death crawl is you have one of your teammates on your back, and he's in a position where all of his weight is on your back, and the object is to carry your teammate as far as you can go without your knees touching the ground. So the star player, the leader of the team, had already determined in his mind that they were going to lose their next game. So the coach challenged him. When he articulated that, the coach got angry and called him front and center and called one of his teammates front and center. Here's the caveat. He had him death crawl because he knew that his star player could do more than what he had been doing. And as a result, they did the death crawl. He told him to promise, the coach told him to promise him that he would give it all that he had. And the coach pushed him. He thought that he was going to the 50-yard line with this guy, with his teammate on his back, without his knees touching the ground. And as he kept going further and further, as his arms started burning and burning. As he started to get fatigued, the rest of his teammates started paying attention. The rest of his teammates stood up and watched him as he continued to push, as he continued to be pushed, keep going. Not to mention, he exercised a true level of faith and trust. Why? Because he was blindfolded. So he couldn't see where he was going. Sometimes what will happen is you will have to blindfold yourself. You will be blindfolded. And you have to make a decision that you're going to trust the coach's leadership because they've been where you've been. They see more in you than you possibly can see in yourself, because we have a tendency to focus on just what we see directly in front of us, what's going on in the present. But a coach and a mentor is a visionary. They are visionaries. And as a result, he pushed him, and the coach said, don't give up on me. Keep going, keep going. And he told him, don't give up until you have given everything. When he couldn't go any further, do you realize that not only did he reach the 50-yard line, he went end zone to end zone. If you know anything about football, that's 100 yards. From the start of the end zone, of one end zone, to the start of another end zone. That's 100 yards. And the coach told him that you are the leader of this team. You must realize that if you act defeated, the team will act defeated. And the coach humbled himself and said that I need you. And told him that you just carried a 140-pound man on your back 100 yards. But you know what was crazy? The guy that he carried said, Coach, I weigh 160 pounds. Even when you feel like the weight of the world is on your shoulders, be thankful for your coach or mentor, because they'll push you where you need to be. If you got value from this, feel free to like, comment, or share this video. In life, you have two choices. You can make moves or you can make excuses, but you most certainly cannot do both. Once again, it's yours truly, Arian, Tyson, the Moving Motivator, and I'll talk to you on the next one. Peace.